Alright, so Lord TV series, subscribe, like, share, and then put us on post notifications. So Otumfuo Osei Tutu the second is in the news because he told the IMF that his project in Kumasi should be managed there, or all his project should be managed in Kumasi and not in Accra. This particular statement from the Asantehene is making waves all over social media. People are talking, and we're here to give you the very gist of what happened and what Otumfuo, really told the IMF. So, you know that during a courtesy call by the World Bank Vice President for Western and Central Africa at the Menchia Palace, the Asantehene highlighted the persistent delays in projects meant for Kumasi and attributed these delays to bureaucratic hurdles in Accra. So the World Bank, the Vice President for Western and Central Africa, went to visit the Asantehene in his palace, and Otumfuo said that, look, I want all my project to be managed here. I want all my project to be managed in Kumasi, because Charlie, if they manage them for Accra, delays, unnecessary delays and all that, I want all of them to cease, and it can only be done if the project are managed and then supervised in Kumasi. Let's listen to the Asantehene. We'll be back right here on Loyalty TV series. But then subscribe and also like, share. Let's watch the video. We'll be back.
Joe. Yes, and I thank the regional coordinating director for leading his delegation and you to be here. Joe. I know that my relationship with the World Bank dates as far back. Interestingly, I've met 3 presidents from there. Joe. Jim Wolfenson, and then Wolfowitz, and then the last one in 2019 was the one I came to see. Joe. When Trump was the president. Yes. He had I think it was a conflict about climate change that got him out of the video. Joe. So he was the 3rd one that I've had the relationship with. And so it's been an interesting relationship between me and the World Bank in that effect. And I believe that your visit will still continue for us to share ideas and find innovative ways of resolving our problems economically, development, social interventions, and everything. Sure. I am aware that when I came last time in 2019, I discussed the generation problems, energy generation problems, where we were talking about we're paying in excess of 500, 600 million at that time for energy that we had not used. Sure. I engaged the president then to find a solution to that in terms of how could we avoid that, because it was eating into our budget. Sure. And now I'm told it's about 1.5 million that we are paying for that. And therefore, at that time I asked your president to give me a grant to cover that. Whilst we did it, we got a technical assistance, a tripartite company, the IFC generation company in Ghana, for us to see how best we can get a technical support to be able to plan to export the excess energy to Burkina Faso, Mali, and others, and Togo and others, the excess one that we have installed, because I think we have 5,000 something installed, and then we are using only 3,000 something. So that's one issue that I will get back to you again on that, because I need for us to discuss those things again. You've done that with the school feeding, which I appreciate. I remember when I talked to them about, they had withdrawn the 180 million at that time, and I said I should take it before I go back to Ghana. So I got it. Joe. And then budgetary support also was withdrawn at that time. You had allocated 500 million for budgetary support, but you said because of the economic situation, the energy situation, you withdraw. That was withdrawn. Joe. So these are all issues that I want us to revisit, and by that I will talk to you later on quietly for us to look at it. Joe. There are other issues that I'll discuss with you privately for us to know the way forward. Joe. That is in the generality of Ghana. I want us to look at it again to see the way we can move on and all that. And, Joe. Coming to the local one, Kumasi is a vibrant city. Population-wise, everything-wise, the commercial hub of Ghana. Sure. And so looking at the project that you suggested, rapid transport section, I have interest in that, yes. I know JICA started with a feasibility some time ago, and then it's developed to the World Bank here, where we can then put it in fruition. It's been on the drawing board for some time, 2015 and all that. The bureaucracy is something that I don't like at all, you see.
Job.
And therefore, we have to push it now. The population has increased very much. We have all these transport vehicles, different ones, all moving, fighting for space.
Job.
And that doesn't help with the economic development of the city at all, because everybody is clamoring going to the center. The buses are, the trotro, all these things are there. And if you calculate in terms of how many hours that it costs to do business,
Job.
in terms of diesel, petrol, and all those things, you find that it's costing the economy so much that it's something that we may have to look at. And then the employment that it creates also,
Job.
in relation to having a rapid transportation. The 28-kilometer one from Ejuso down to a Buakwa section, for example, if we could have that rapid transport and the movement of goods, passengers and everything,
Job.
and then the ease with which we can do business together, it's something that we may have to look at seriously. I don't know what is the country director can tell. I don't know what has delayed this, but the project office, we should own it. It should be here. The project shouldn't be running from Accra when you have a project in Kumasi. The project unit should be here, and the project coordinator must also be resident here.
Job.
So that at least the stakeholders, the district assemblies, that would be able to coordinate with them to know how it goes. So these are issues that I want us to look at properly to bring it to fruition. Because if we don't do that, I've always said that it takes time for the World Bank to take a decision. Bureaucracy, going to the desk of this one, approving and all that. But this one, we know the reason why we need that.
Job.
Therefore, why can't we implement it? 2025 is about 10 years we've been talking about this. If we had done it earlier, it would have helped with the economy, it would have helped with employment. We have the available human resource. All these young ones are all university graduates and others here.
Job.
We have the KNUST producing all these students and all those things. So, in terms of development, if we have the infrastructure, everything will be fine. I cannot depend on the politicians for my development. I don't want to depend on them. So let's have a social contract, and then we do it.
Job.
Mr. President, so this is something that I want us to look closely and then do it. I don't know the team, but I want to meet the team after they've left, so I know who are working on this rapid transport thing, so that we can take it up further. And then, if I have to go to the Accra office for them to take me to Washington to defend, then we look at it and do it properly.
Job.
President, I hope when you go back, you allocate some money for that, so we know, so the country director can do it for us.
Joe.
I thank you for this visit, but we'll continue further with other discussions.
Joe.
For us to.
Majesty, thank you so very much. Ghana is a priority for the World Bank. In terms of financial support to the region that I'm leading, Ghana comes number 3 in terms of net commitment as we speak. The number 1 being Nigeria for obvious reasons, the size of the population, etc. Cote d'Ivoire is the number 2, but Ghana is very, very close.
I know.
It's almost the same amount. And our program here in Ghana cover almost every development area, spanning from education to agriculture, but with energy at the center of whatever we are doing.
So Otumfuo emphasized the need for project office to be located in Kumasi rather than being managed in Accra. So this is what he said. I don't know what is delaying it, but the project office should be in Accra. We shouldn't be running project here when we have the office in Accra. The project unit should be here, and the project coordinator must also be resident here, so that at least the stakeholders, the district assemblies, will be able to coordinate to know how it goes. So these are the issues that I want us to look at properly to, a fusion. He insisted that the project coordinator should be resident of Kumasi to ensure better coordination and efficiency. I cannot depend on the politicians for my own development. I don't want to depend on them. He stated, expressing his disappointment with the way Ashanti politicians have managed the city and its people. The Ashanti also called for a social contract to be effectively drive development, stressing the importance of infrastructure. In terms of development, if we have the infrastructure, everything will be fine. I don't want to depend on politicians, so let's have a social contract and then let's do it. The World Bank Vice President responded positively to Asantene's concern, acknowledging the need for localized management to overcome bureaucratic delays and ensure the timely completion of project in Kumasi. All right, so this is what the Asantene said, and I don't know why people are angry about it and all that, because over the years, people have said that, okay, so you should use his influence to champion development. He is doing it now to you people have a problem with it. And for me, that I think that, it is a good call, because, and it should be everywhere. Projects that is not going on in Accra shouldn't be managed in Accra. The project office should be in the regions, or at least the regions or the regional capital where these projects are supposed to take place. Because if a project is going on in my hometown Southport, it doesn't make sense that the project office should be in Accra. At least it should be in Cape Coast, the regional capital of Central Region. And the same goes to Ashanti Region and Kumasi. Every project that is being undertaken in the region, their office should be in the region and not managed in Accra. The same goes to the Volta region, East, Chale, everywhere, the North, everywhere. We need to localize development. And I agree with what the Vice President of the World Bank said, that Charlie, we need to localize development. Localize development. We are not even running a federal system here. So I don't know why everything is in Accra. Let us localize the system and make sure that it works. This is Loyalty TV Studios. Kindly subscribe, like, share, and then put us on post notifications so that whenever we post, you get to see what we're doing on this platform. For now, we out.